Alright, WobalosRex here, and we got a thing to react to. So let's get that ready. So we pause this, pull this up. Alright.
Ayla Brown, and I am a game producer on the WoW team. I'm here joined with a bunch of our talented developers,
Alright,
and
sweet.
I'm show you guys a little bit of a
So 11.0.7 announced before the end of October. I was right. Though I'm not right at the location. Apparently we're going to Siren Island. Or Isle. You know, y'all know I was hoping to go to the Rootlands, but this island, you know, was prime.
into what we have lined up for our 11.07 content update. One of the awesome
with the goblins talking and whatnot, so we'll have to see. And then we'll have to see where we go for 11.1.
features that we have coming in.
Maybe I'm right about something.
Is actually a brand new zone that we have named Siren Isle. Our design philosophy when creating this zone was to make sure that we made a very engaging outdoor end game experience that would cater to a whole bunch of different play styles.
Forbidden Reach 2. It's going to be
Siren
better.
Isle is a mysterious island located in a particularly stormy part of the ocean. During the Fourth War, it was used by the Kultirans to mine azurite, and then everybody mysteriously disappeared. Recently, the island has sent out a massive pulse of energy, and everything heard it. And your allies are...
I think the island is near Kultiras. I mean, they're already hinting at it, but it's Siren Island. Y'all know the pirates down there
an
had
expedition to this island to find out what happened and investigate.
Players arrive in Dornegal to meet up with the goblin Skagit, which is Gazlo's assistant. And we find that the Earthen and the Arathi have already made it to the island, so naturally Skagit's ready to go. He's like, get on the Zeppelin, let's go, it's time for adventure. So what's fun about the Siren Isle is when players arrive, we see signs that Kultirans have been here before, but there seems to be nobody around, which is really interesting. We see all these buildings and structures, but by the time the expedition gets there, it's empty.
There's going to be a crystal in there.
Fun little mysteries, we hope. So on this island, players are going to have a wealth of
azurite, crystals, islands. It's BFA 2 time.
Enemies to encounter. We actually have 3 separate groups. So we have the Bloodwake Frightful, we have the Naga, and then we have a bunch of pirates. These groups will be rotating around on the island, so players won't encounter the same group week to week. Also, players will encounter a large crystal in the center of the island that seems to sing gently.
Yo! Could this be the Titan Isle that the Arathi talked about? We could be going to Avaloran. I'd be surprised, but this could be the Titan Isle. So it's Isle of Dorn, Titan Isle, Avaloran. Maybe.
Which has attracted the attention of both the Arathi and the Earthen. So our friends on the island, they're all here for different reasons, which is really exciting.
Though the Arathi would know if it was
Titan
Titan Isle.
Are here to study the crystal, and you know, the goblins are interested in what the crystal can do, right? And so they're a really fun cast of people to have because they're so different. But it's also fun to have them all together here because their differences actually might be more complementary than we think.
Interesting.
Siren Isle, being in a particularly stormy part of the ocean, is regularly lashed.
Okay, it's in the storming sea. Okay.
By horrible tempests. During these storms, powerful creatures of all kinds come up out of the ocean and assault the island. Players can defend their allies to go into the storm.
Is this Primal Storm 2? We're really getting Forbidden Reach 2. That is kind of why I didn't want it to be the island. Forbidden Reach was great, though. Forbidden Reach had some good stuff. We'll have to see.
In order to do this, their allies have provided them...
But they're talking about Primal Storm.
Vehicles and weapons and other tools that they can use to take on these much more powerful enemies. There's all these crazy powerful enemies that show up, and you get...
Oh, look at this bird model. There's a mount.
To use these tools.
I've already seen some stuff from this,
crawler mines.
by the way.
You can grab them.
But I haven't watched this.
Big nasties. and just have the bomb run up to it and explode. Boom. There's 3 caves on the island that are sealed up. Each of these caves has a deadly
And remember, the island's somewhere stormy.
enemy inside. Players will be able to chip in, and you can donate to their excavations. And each of the factions, the Earthen, the Goblin, and the Arathi, have a different
Earthen,
cave
Goblin, and
players can
Arathi.
donate to.
I know who I'm donating to
Get your feet
first.
moving. We got a tunnel to blast open.
Circe's Circlet is a mysterious ring that once belonged to a mythical, legendary siren named Circe. It's a very powerful item that'll give you an
Oh, we getting the Greek
edge,
references.
especially on the Siren Isle. And as weeks unfold, you'll be able to unlock more gems, more power.
What? Hold up. Yo. Circe's Circlet is a mysterious ring. It's Forbidden Reach 2! We getting the fucking ring with rocks! It's Forbidden Reach 2!
Circlet is a mysterious ring that once belonged to a mythical, legendary siren named Circe. It's a very powerful item that'll give you an edge, especially on the Siren Isle. And as weeks unfold, you'll be able to unlock more gems, more powers associated with Siren Isle and the ring. So this is actually a model of Circe's Circlet that you'll be able to see in game. One of our artists, Brittany Reinhardt, was able to throw it together, and you can see, like, even in game, you'll be able to see it.
Oh, it shows?
I thought it was pretty cool.
That's
You'll be able
cool.
to interact with a lot of different pieces of content using this ring. It'll be fairly strong, and it'll have 3 different sockets. Each one is a different type, and you'll be able to collect a myriad of different gems that fit into these sockets, all of which.
I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen a ring where you put 3 different sockets in it and it does crazy stuff. Huh. I've never seen. I accidentally hit stop recording, but I'm back.
Which do different things. Even in the current season, they'll be fairly strong, and in the next season, they'll kind of be strong enough to give you a leadway to the new content coming up. There's
Forbidden
a slew
Reach
of really
2.
cool mounts, a bunch of different transmog appearances,
Cool
some
mounts.
of which are unused from past years that
Goblin,
are really
Surfer,
exciting to finally get into the players'
Stormed,
hands. They've seen it in the
Bird.
files long enough.
Yeah, I'm excited about
First thing
that.
is we look for a lot of reference to make sure that we're making something believable, something that seems like it's grounded in nature's rules enough so that when players look at it, there's nothing that's just like totally breaks their immersion. The aesthetic is really interesting. It's kind of inspired in some ways
immersion.
by the American Southwest. Like I was looking at some references
It
in
does feel that
Arizona and
way.
stuff. The elements of those cliffs there. And so those are some of the things that we'll do to
It does
bring
feel
the
that
world
way.
to life. We have filled this
Yep.
thing with a lot of secrets, even more than in some of our previous full zone maps, because it's smaller, it's denser. So I'm excited to see if people can
I'm
find
excited.
all the crazy stuff that we did. I put in this little spooky.
I feel like the first PTR with this, we're going to get a lot of secrets that may spell out 11.1. Because we're going to know about 11.1 before this comes out. So are the secrets going to be hinting at that? Or are they going to be hinting at beyond?
Spot back here. The quest designers wanted like an atmospheric kind of creepy spot, so I put like lots of animal bones have kind of been washing up in here. Another thing that's cool too is all these little like caves and micros that we added in. Each one kind of has its own crazy theme. Like over here they'll spawn in this like
More
crazy
dells?
dragon that's gonna get spawned in from all these bones that have been collected and stuff. So that's kind of like the pinnacle of this like little creepy pocket over here. This used to be like an azurite mine over here in the center. So there's
Interesting.
like elements of what happened here, but then you can tell something bad happened. And there's also this really cool stuff that was put up in the ridges of the mountains. And one of the
Okay,
things I helped out with
it does seem that the cool Tyrants would have came here during BFA.
was like making a lot of this space playable. So instead of just being limited to a flat 2D plane, we can put
So,
something
like,
on top of that 2D plane, and then you get
5
new
to 8
gameplay
years ago.
experiences, new vantage points,
Seven-
like
no,
this big
7
mine track that goes above everything.
6 years
we
ago.
definitely do a lot of play testing and soup testing amongst ourselves, and that really helps too. I'm not just kind of designing stuff in my corner that will like get people to actually run through it, and I'll get opinions from people who haven't been building it to see like where do they get lost, where are the pain points here.
It's alliance.
And that's a process we don't just go through for this, we go through it for all the spaces we design in our game. And again, we'll also look back at previous examples of what did players like from
Looking
previous
for
zones,
spoilers.
what did they not like. We try to learn from our past mistakes and learn from our past successes. And
Listen, this Forbidden Reach 2 could be great. Do not fuck up the rares. Again.
bring that forward.
That's all I'm gonna say.
One of my favorite little Easter eggs, because there were plenty on this aisle. There were plenty of Easter eggs and secrets for people to look forward
There's
to.
another mount in the back.
One of my favorites personally.
There it is. What's that in the back? That's Kazan in the back.
Oh, shit.
Yo, why is Kazan in the back? I mean, we hanging out with the goblins, but that's very interesting that we got Kazan in the back there. Look at that. Oh, I don't know, man.
Is the bestiary, actually.
New mount
All
right
the
there.
creatures that are native to the island. One of the things that I took a lot of inspiration from was actually Darwin's finches on the Galapagos, and that essentially states that there are all of these finches that are very closely related, but on different islands, their beaks have become different, right? So they have adapted to do different things and eat different things. So I took that concept and I put it on the Siren Isle. It's like we have this isle. What are all the creatures that have come here? How has the island been affected over time? Like, all of the creatures are intentional. And it's a fun Easter egg that I don't think people would look for, but I hope that they'll enjoy uncovering the secret of the history of the isle through the creatures.
Okay. We're going to be paying attention
Thank
to the
you
critters.
all so much for joining us here today.
I'm excited.
Our team had a blast in creating and bringing to life Siren Isle, and we really hope that you
Kobold
have just as much
goblins.
fun exploring it as the team did in
Rain,
creating it. Wanted to thank you all
storms.
again, and we really hope to see you all in the Siren Isle.
Siren Isle. Forbidden Reach 2. That's what I think it is. I am excited for Forbidden Reach 2, and that's the react. Dude. Here, let's run down the Forbidden Reach checklist. Storm. Island. Onyx Amulet. Point 7. You know? Everything's lining up for that. It's a little lore island. That's what we got. And we're getting... Hold on, there's more. Hold up. Here, I closed that because I didn't want all that other stuff. But here, there's actually more.
Hi, I am Kayla Brown, and I am a game producer
No.
on...
Hold on. Yes. Oh. I just got my whole dang Twitter up. Oh. There we go. Now I got it fixed. The War Within 11.0.7 content update on the PTR October 31st. Tomorrow! We jumping on tomorrow. Alright, we've seen that. Answer the call to Siren Island. Face old enemies and unravel new mysteries. New currency. Flame Blessed Iron is available for trade for items like mounts, pet, gear, and transmog, as well as upgrades for a powerful new ring. Circe's Circlet, which would be found by players. I am sad we don't have Zascara Vaults. Are we getting Vaults? If we're getting Zascara Vaults, then this is going to be great. Flameless Iron is also used to spawn one of 3 event bosses on the island, giving players an additional opportunity to earn unique rewards. Probably a bunch of catch-up gear. Add some spark to your venture when you collect items across the Siren Isles to help release the Ryer, Eye of the Siren, electrifying Stormcrow mount from its bonds. Is that like the meta? There's a Plunder Storm on the horizon. This Battle Royale inspired event comes back for a limited time early in 2025. Hence, this could happen in January. Alright? It's either this is coming back in January when the patch hits, or maybe February. They wouldn't announce this if this was going to be close to 0.1, which should be either in February or March. So we'll have to see. Join the crew, fight to be the last pirate standing, and grab all the plunder you can get your hands on. You can get your hands on loot from the new plunder store. The plunder store, including new and returning transmog and mounts. Are we going to actually use our plunder at the plunder store? Explore the fate of the Kirin Tor. Delve into the aftermath of Dalaran's fall in the war within. Epilogue questline. The Kirin Tor must confront their past mistakes and decide on the future course for their people. Oh, that's cool. Kirin Tor questline. War within Epilogue. So this is basically Epilogue for the base game. Story prologue for 11.1 campaign. Continue the story of the war within and uncover a familiar face in the darkness. Eridicron? I don't think so. Ashara? There are Naga there, maybe. But y'all know what I'm thinking. Gallywix. Goblins are there. I mean... It's Goblins, Arathi, and Earthen, and we're all going to the island exploring for what? The crystal? I don't know. Or maybe this will give us hints for the Haranir and the Rootlands. Maybe. Turbulent Time Wave returns. The Time Wave shutters once again. Explore time-walking dungeons from past expansion each week to earn heroic rewards. Those who master the Time Ways again will be rewarded with the Timely Buzzbee Skywriting Mount. So you may be able to earn the original one as well. And then it says, Master the Time Ways again. We're going to get a new one. Is it going to be like a Bronze Bee? That would be cool. And it does say Skywriting Mount, but that's like every mount. And then here's the last little thing. Arathi ear customizations for humans and Kultirans. So, Arathi stuff. We're basically getting Arathi humans and Kultirans basically playable, but they could also be half-elves. But they didn't say anything about elves getting the round ears. So, just humans and Kultirans. Hopefully there's some more customizations added. I'm hoping there's more. But you know what? We'll have to get on the PTR. There's probably stuff they're not saying. And we'll have to check it on the PTR tomorrow. Anyways, that's been my react. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.